see. Are we missing anyone?
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I have Cassie and Cedric and Dante, Matthew, Nathan, Nicholas, Serena. We're missing Nicholas Marks. All right. I see Dante's working on his sum dog. I left Dante, I don't know if you're listening to me now, but I did leave you that message this morning, and I see you're working on your sum dog like I asked you to. So good job. All right, good work. Go ahead and get that done this morning.
Okay.
Matthew, I don't know if you saw, I left you a note also to do your sum dog today because that's not finished. I extended it, but you have to get that done today. Okay.
I just saw it.
Okay. Good. So that little feature works. I did receive some of your tests, your assessments. I got one from Serena and one from Nathan and one from Nicholas Willoughby. Okay. Did anyone else send one that I just didn't see somewhere?
I'm sorry, I completely forgot to send it.
That's okay. It's not due until Friday, Cassie. So
no, I thought it was due today. Okay.
No, I'll take it until Friday. It's just, sometimes the sooner the better. So if you had it done, I just want to make sure I didn't miss it.
Did you get mine?
Is that Matthew asking me?
Yes.
No. How did you send it to me?
I think. Is it the one where you gave us the actual test and then you made us write down the answers?
No, this one is the one I assigned yesterday. It's in your book, page 358 and page 363, just the multiple.
That.
Mm-hmm.
It's so you just Friday.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, so we have that going on. Do I have Nicholas Marks with me yet? I do. Okay. Good morning, Nicholas.
Good morning, Mrs. Palmer.
I extended some dogs, so you need to finish that today. I extended it until today.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Is mine finished?
Yes, it's finished. Cedric, good job. But Cedric, I would love if you would meet me at like 2:30 today to go over that worksheet that you did on order of operations.
Okay.
So if you can go to like the Google Meet and type in Palmer during that time, and then we can go over that together.
Wait,
okay?
Do you have my answers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just so we can go over your answers together. Yeah, I think that is it. But today we're going to start the new section on area of quadrilaterals. Okay, so you can look in your book. It's page 371 is where we're going to start. Okay, we're not going to do the explore activity that's on page 371, but at the very bottom of page 371, there's like a little box that has like a magenta border. It says area of a parallelogram. All right, so that's where I want you to look. Okay, so page 371, everyone. Area of a parallelogram.
What page?
371.
371. Okay. The area of a parallelogram is a pretty easy formula. Look at the picture of the parallelogram there on page 371. It almost looks like a rectangle, doesn't it? Except it doesn't have 90-degree angles, but it's got like 4 sides and opposite sides are parallel to each other, just like in a rectangle. So it's sort of like a tilted rectangle. It's a rectangle, but the angles aren't 90 degrees. Height is measured like from base to the top, and height always comes down at a right angle. So you could see they drew a dotted line and marked that H for height, and it always comes down and reaches at a 90-degree angle. So the height's not those slants on the side. The height is how tall it is from the top to the bottom with a 90-degree angle. All right. Area of a parallelogram is really easy, base times height. So almost like the rectangle, which is length times width, right? Just base times height. Okay. So look at page 372. I think you guys probably have to turn to get to 372. All right, page 372, they want us to find the area of the parallelogram, and you have something that looks like this, right? You have a parallelogram, the base is 14, the height is 7. All right, so Cassie, what are we going to do?
We're going to multiply 7 by 14.
Excellent. Okay, so go ahead and do that. 7 times 14. All right, everyone do that. Okay. Matthew Bellino, are you working on that? 7 times 14? All right, also don't forget you guys are allowed to use calculators. If you Google calculator on here, you can like get a calculator on your computer and use one. Okay. So
Can I grab a pencil really quick?
Yeah. Go ahead. I already, assessed you guys on multiplication, so I'm not assessing you on that now. I know that you can multiply, but you're allowed to use a calculator at this point. So Nathan, did you get 7 times 14?
Yes, I got 98 square centimeters.
Perfect. Thank you. Good. 7 times 14 is 98, and Matthew remembered area is always your unit squared. So we have to say our unit, which is 98. Okay, 98 square centimeters. All right, area of a parallelogram, not bad, right? Base times height, we can do that. Okay. They're not going to let us off that easy, though. The next quadrilateral that we're going to find the area of is a trapezoid. Okay, you'll see that below the problem you just did. A trapezoid has 4 sides. It's a quadrilateral. It's different than a parallelogram, though, because one set of sides is parallel, okay? Like your bases are parallel to each other, but the other set of sides are not. And that's what you call a trapezoid. Okay, the formula is a little bit more complicated for a trapezoid. Its area is 1/2 the height times, and then you have to add the bases together. Okay, add the bases together, and then you multiply that by 1/2 the height. So it's a little bit trickier, but it's not too bad. Let's look at the example that they show. Example 1 at the bottom, below our formula. Okay, they show us a base of 17 and 39. Those are both called bases. Okay, there's like a top base and a bottom base. And the height is 16. So we just plug those numbers into the formula. Area equals 1/2 times 16, which is your height. And then in parentheses, we add the 2 bases together, 17 plus 39.
What page are we on? Because I'm trying to look for this and I can't find it.
Page 372 now. Okay,
Number
we
1.
already did page 371, and then we did the problem at the top of page 372.
Sorry, I
and
was looking for my
at the
pencil.
bottom of page 372.
Okay, sorry, I was looking for my pencil.
Okay, so you put that all together and get 448 square feet.
What number?
Okay, go ahead and turn the page now, Nicholas, because we're at the top of page 373.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
They're giving us a problem. Nicholas Marks, can you read us that problem at the top of page 373, please?
Yes. Find the area of each rhombus. D equals 35 m.
Hang on a second. Page 373.
Oh, I'm at 374. Sorry.
That's
Another section of the deck is also shaped like a trapezoid. For this section, the length of one base is 27 feet. The length of the other base is 34 feet. The height is 12 feet. What is the area of the section of the deck?
Okay, go ahead and pin Mrs. Palmer, only because I want you to see the whiteboard. Okay. All right. So this is what a trapezoid would look like. So go ahead and draw yourself a trapezoid there for number 2. All right, draw yourself a trapezoid. It says one base is 27 and the other is 34. All right, so you have a top and a bottom base, one shorter than the other. Make sure your sides are not parallel to each other. They go in opposite directions. And the height is 12. We have to find the area. So we're just going to use the formula. Area is 1/2 times the height, base 1 plus base 2. Okay, so let's fill in those numbers. What is the height, Matthew Bellino? What's the height of this trapezoid, this deck?
Sorry, my mic was muted. The height is 12 feet.
Good. Okay, and then we have to add the bases together in parentheses. So what are my 2 bases?
27 and 34.
Okay, so your formula will look like this. Area equals 1/2 times 12, and then in parentheses 27 plus 34. That's going to give us the area for this shaped deck. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and add 34 plus 27. Nicholas Willoughby. What's 34 plus 27? All right. And Nicholas, I don't know if you're muted.
34 plus 27.
Yep.
Sorry, mine thing's a little delayed. So
Oh, that's okay.
okay. 34 plus 27 is 61.
Okay, good. So now that's in my parentheses. All right. And we have to take 1/2 of the height. What's half of 12, Nicholas?
6.
Good. So now we're at this. Area equals 6 times 61. All right. So you just have that one more step, Nicholas. What is 6 times 61? All right. And like I said, you guys can all use a calculator if you want, or you could just do it on the side. 61 times 6.
Let me see. 366.
Good. And then give me the units. Oh, no, they gave you the units there already. It's filled in.
Square feet.
Yeah. Okay. 366 square feet. Okay. So the formula for the trapezoid is a little bit more complicated, but it is not really that hard to do once you just fill in the numbers. Okay. One more shape today. One more quadrilateral. It's called a rhombus. Okay, a rhombus is a quadrilateral where all the sides are congruent and the opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so it's sort of like the first one we did, the parallelogram, except a parallelogram, the sides don't all have to be congruent. Rhombus, they're all congruent. Okay, you can show us two pictures there of a rhombus. Okay, one looks kind of slanted. The other one, it looks a little bit like a rectangle. It's sort of like they're just showing you the difference. The base of the rectangle is the same length as one of the diagonals of a rhombus, and they're just showing you that. But I want you to look at the formula in the box for area of a rhombus. Cassie, what does it say the area of a rhombus is?
Half times
D sub 1
yeah.
times D sub 2. Okay, the D's stand for diagonals, okay? So basically you multiply the diagonal lengths together and take half of it.
Okay.
Okay? They're going to show us an example below with a kite. It says Cedric is constructing a kite in the shape of a rhombus. The spars of the kite, the spars are like those little wooden pieces in a kite. In this case, they're going to be our diagonals, are 15 and 24. How much fabric will he need? So they're saying, what is the area of that kite? Okay, one diagonal is 15 and one is 24. You multiply that together and take half of it, and they ended up with 180. All right, the next page, there's actually 4 questions for us to do for area of a rhombus, okay? So let's look at the top of page 374, number 3. Okay. Again, does everybody have a calculator handy? If you do not, open up a tab and Google calculator in Google search. And it'll bring you up a calculator. Okay? All right. So we're going to look at number 3. Find the area of each rhombus. All right, diagonal is 35, diagonal is 12, area is 2. First number's a 2, but I almost gave you the answer. Okay, find the area of that rhombus. Serena, can you do that one for us? You have a calculator handy, Serena? You just have to unmute so we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a calculator.
Excellent. Okay, D1 times D2 and then divide it by 2.
D1 plus D2.
No, don't add them, multiply them.
D. 23.5.
I think you added 35 plus 12. You have to multiply them. Do 35 times 12 and then divide it by 2.
$210.
Yes, good. 210. That is it. Nicholas Marks, number 4. Okay, so go ahead and unmute, Nicholas. Do you have a calculator handy?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Okay. All right. 9.5 times 14. And then divide by 2.
Okay. 66.5.
That's it. Good work. Okay, number 5, Nicholas Willoughby.
Um, 10 times 10 times 100 divided by, okay. 90.
Yes, 90 is correct. Good work. And Matthew Bellino, number 6. Oh no, Matthew Bellino, it's giving you 8 1/4. How are you going to put that in your calculator? Turn that into a decimal. 1/4 equals what in decimal form, Matthew?
1/4 is 0.25.
Yes, good. Right off the top of your head. Okay, you're going to type in 8.25 times 40 divided by 2.
Wait, this is number 6?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely wrong.
Did you type in 8.25 times 40 divided by 2?
No, I typed in something else.
Okay, we'll hit clear and then start over.
Yeah. 165.
That's it. Good. I just want to show you guys something that I just think is interesting. Since you're dividing by 2, you could always take half of one of the numbers if you wanted to. You'll get the same thing. So Matthew did it exactly like the formula. He did it correctly. He got the right answer. If you also type in just like 8.25 times 20, just take like half of 40, you'll still get the correct answer. And I just think that's interesting. So go ahead and try that on your calculators. Type in 8.25 times 20. And you should still get 165. So sometimes I'll do it that way, like number 5. I don't know that I would use it for that one, but any of them. Number 3, you could do 35 times 6. Number 4, you could do 9.5 times 7. Okay. So that's just something interesting. All right. Let's see if we can take a look at number 1 in the guided practice. Okay. There's a parallelogram, and they tell us the area, base times height. What 2 numbers are we going to multiply together? Serena, what will we multiply together?
13 and 9.
Good. So those go in the 2 parentheses. And then can you go ahead and do that calculation, Serena? 13 times 9.
$117 square.
That's it. Good. Okay. So that is your finding the area of the parallelogram. The next quadrilateral that they're showing us is a trapezoid. They're giving us the formula again, 1/2 times height, base 1 plus base 2. Okay, Nathan, what goes in those blanks for number 2? We have 1/2
times 14 times 9 plus 15.
Good. So in those boxes, Nathan put a 14, a 9, and a 15. Okay, can you go ahead and do that calculation, Nathan? Right, remember you have to add 9 plus 15 together before you multiply it by anything.
168 square centimeters.
That's it, 168. All right, so we're going to do 9 plus 5, 15.
This is very simple for surprising.
Okay, let's do number 3, find the area of the rhombus. Okay, can you do that one for us, Nicholas Marks? So area of a rhombus, they tell us the formula is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2.
Okay, so 1/2 times diagonal 1 would be 18. So 1/2 times 18. Okay. Let me do that quickly. Sorry.
And then times the other diagonal.
1. How do I do 1/2 on the calculator?
Divided by 2.
Oh, yeah.
Or times 0.5, but.
Divided by 18, right?
Well, it's 1/2 18 times 11. So you could do 18 divided by 2 times 11.
Okay.
You could do 18 times 11 divided by 2.
2 times 11.
This one, Nicholas, is one that you might be able to do in your head. You could just kind of think of it like this. All right. Are you with me, Nicholas?
Yes.
All right. What's half of 18?
9.
All right. Times 11.
99.
That's it.
Sorry. My bad.
No, that's good. I'd say sometimes the calculator is helpful, and then sometimes we just don't have to use it. All right.
This one basically just
All right. I want you guys to cross off number 4.
okay.
And for homework, page 375. Okay. Page
Are we
3.
allowed to use a calculator?
Yes.
Thank you.
Also, if you did not take your test yet, so that's due by Friday. So I have 3 tests that I have, and I need 3 more. Okay, so I need Nicholas Marks, and I need Matthew and Cassie's by Friday. Okay, just to remind you. Also, some dog for Nicholas Marks and Matthew. Okay.
Okay.
Next,
Yes.
guys.
Do you mean the Kahoot test?
No, just some dog. I extended it.
I mean, I'm talking about the tests.
The test, go to Google Classroom, and it'll tell you what it is. It's on page 358 and 363. It's just in the book. It's multiple choice.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But if you do forget again, just go to the Google Classroom, Matthew.
Okay.
Okay? All right,
Thank
have a
you.
great day,
Did I
guys.
finish some dog?
Have a great day.
You too, bye-bye. Cassie, yeah, you're done with some dog.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, you're welcome.
Am I done with some dog?
Nicholas? Willoughby? Yes.
Okay,
welcome.
thanks.